Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth, and I'm back doing your mid-July 2015 monthly tarot horoscope. This is for everyone with their ascendant, sun, or moon in the lovely Leo. For the big cats out there, I am back using my regular Shadowscapes deck by Stephanie Pui Moon Law. And yeah, let's just see what you guys get. I'm just going to roll out a spread for you. Um, I know that beginning of July has kind of been tough for a lot of people. You got some interesting stuff here, Leo. I know that relationship-wise, it hasn't been, the focus for you. It hasn't supposed to be. It hasn't like been where it's supposed to be the focus for you. So that's what I'm trying to say. And you have, if you are in a relationship, it's a struggle, okay? You're looking for love. You're looking for a real thing. You got the Lover's card in the center of everything. But you have the Seven of Wands crossing you. So that's arguments. Either arguments in the family, that's arguments with your spouse. You can't really have the Lovers crossed by arguing. Or crossed by stress without the Lover's card being diminished in some way, or I usually say modified in some way, because it feels like this is not a happily ever after relationship that you're in, or this is not your ideal situation. Okay, let's just put it that way. The Seven of Wands is stress, is frustration. It's sexual frustration as well, can be, where things are not, there's trouble in paradise, basically. And this is linking up with the Nine of Cups, which is the number one player card, and this is what's been going on in the recent past. So I feel like the arguing is about your partner either being unfaithful or, not loyal or not true to you in some way. There is a lot of deception going on. In the position of your attitude, you have this card about deception. So anytime there's, the player card with the deception card with the arguing card, usually these things are linking up together. This is, right now, there's arguing. In the recent past, there was some playing around on, most likely it was your partner's part, but it could have been on your part as well. And in the position of your attitude is, you know about the lies, but this is also confusion. You know about the lies, but you just don't know what to do about it. The moon is also not being sure what to do as far as career goes. Because it's like you have the Eight of Pentacles in the position of what's crowning you. So this is mid-July. And this is I call this the Spider card. Okay. And the Spider card is either the person that's working a lot of hours and, going in and, putting in their all, either as the boss or as the critter, okay? If they're the boss, they're putting in like 80 to 100 hours a week, okay? If they're the critter, their blood is getting drained by their boss every day. Their boss is putting on more and more and more pressure to get more and more done. When I think of Leo, I think of big jobs, you know what I mean? The CEO, with the assistant to the CEO or the CFO, or, those high-powered jobs. That's kind of what I think of. This can indicate also, you putting your nose to the grindstone, every day and just working like a dog. There's going to be some changes, though. There's changes in this relationship that you're in, and there's changes in career, because the immediate card immediately after, in the immediate future, is the Death card. And the Death card indicates change. Death card indicates going through a transformation. And I feel like this is leading up to the Moon card, where you don't know where to go with your career. You don't know really where to go in your relationship. You don't really know how to make money, because that's the outcome how to make money without either compromising your relationship or compromising your existing career, or you're scared of, um, you have too many fears. Basically, you have a lot of fears, and one of them is the fear of poverty. You're afraid of being poor. You're afraid of not having anything. You're afraid of doing making the wrong move as far as career. You're afraid of switching careers. So like, even though your blood is getting drained from the career you're in, you are afraid to switch careers. And you need to, because that's what transition is. That's what's going on here. That's what the transition is all about. That's what that card, it's all about becoming a whole new person. Now, I just finished up the reading for Cancer, and Cancer also did get the Nine of Cups. Okay, so you could be in a relationship with a Cancer male. Message me if you are Leo. Okay, excuse me. And you also may be in a relationship with an Aquarius. Leo guys may be in a relationship with Aquarius female, because you also have the Strength card here. You could also be in a relationship with a Scorpio or Pisces, okay, as well. Male or female, okay, male or female. Predominantly, though, it's going to be more male, okay, because I see this as being a very strong masculine card. And you're also getting linked up with the Pisces, the Eight of Cups. You got the Eight of Cups and the Nine of Cups. So in the position of emotions, it's interesting because you really want to move away from some troubling times, and you're moving away and moving on from just really difficult emotions, getting over something. That's what you really want. That's what's going to make you happiest. You may also be just really enamored with this Nine of Pentacles person, okay? Because it's an eight and nine are matching up. So it's sort of just like this person may be making you really happy. However, your spouse may have caught wind of it, or your spouse, I mean, obviously this isn't really going to help your relationship very much if you are in a relationship with someone who's not in your marriage, okay? Who's not your marriage partner, or who's not your, boyfriend or girlfriend. So you have some very strong cards here. You have some major arcana going on. You have the Lover's card. The Hermit card is the foundation. You've got the Death card, you've got the Strength card, and you've got the Moon card. So we are talking a lot of major things going on in your life. I recommend going to aeclectic.net and check out the Journey of the Fool, because that's what's really going on here. Major life lessons, major tests, major growth is called for here in July. So this is not a time to get caught up in the drama, Leo. I know this is very difficult for you, but you got to not get caught up in the drama. You also may have some Cancer in your chart, okay? So you may have a Leo sun or moon, but you may have Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio in your chart somewhere. As the Hermit card, I feel like as the foundation, you're trying to process everything. You may have also been, there may have been some kind of wedding that you went to recently, or in the past, or there may have been, you may be just newly married, actually, because you have the Hermit card, which is a wedding, in the distant past, and you have the Lover's card in the present. So you may recently have gotten married, and there may have already be some cheating issues or some scandal going on around this situation, and this is not good. Some of you are contemplating moving along a long distance, and some of you are needing to really process and take in what's going on, because it seems to me this is quite an overwhelming time. This is a stressful time for you, I will have to say. More than so far, I've gotten through the first half of the zodiac, and it seems to me July for you, Leo, is a stressful time. It's not stressful because of the cast of players. Like with Cancer, they have like the whole cast is in their was in their reading. I mean, like every girl and guy in the deck was in there. So they just got a menagerie of people and players in their movie in the movie of their life. There's a lot of people. You have the lessons. You have things that you're going kind of, and it makes sense because Leo kind of flies solo a lot of times, and they're more self-focused because that's just their nature, and so you have to go through things kind of on your own a little bit in July too. And I'm not saying you're going to be lonely. I'm saying that you're going to go through things because you came here to learn those lessons. So it's not like, whereas Cancer, I feel like is kind of playing the field. I feel like you are, I want to say, like an eagle, soaring and sitting on your perch, on your throne. Maybe like a lion sitting on his throne, contemplating, going, why did I do that? Why did they do this? What am I supposed to learn from this? You know what I'm saying? That's kind of that thought, your thought process. There's a lot of things going on, but I don't feel like, again, there's movement. There's so much movement in Cancer's thing, it's like unbelievable. I feel like for you, there's just lessons. So you might be sitting there, and there might be movement in your mind. You may be busy. You may be going through a transformation. You may be working. You may be busy. You may be moving. Things are happening. I'm not saying they're not, okay? I'm just saying that when it comes to the bottom line here, you're just dealing with a lot of major life lessons. And the Strength card, let's go back to the Strength card, because that's a really beautiful card. And I'm beginning to think, this card is one of my favorite cards because it's seeing somebody else's strengths and how they work really with your own, okay? How you kind of balance each other out. So say for whatever reason, your partner is, really good at baseball, and you're really good at cooking. And, so you go to his games and then you bring fried chicken there or something like that, and everybody loves it. So it's like really enjoying each other's strengths and working together as a team. This can also be a really great coworker situation where there's somebody at work that you really get along with. There are also control issues here a lot of times. Who's wearing the pants? Who's making the money? Who's in control in the relationship? You may be in a very controlling relationship, okay? But it's a test of your strength. It's a test because if you're in a controlling relationship, it's trying to figure out how to balance things out, how to kind of work together in order to be like a power couple, rather than working against each other and someone always saying, well, you need to do this, and the other person saying, no, I'm not going to, and da-da-da-da. And it's about appreciating your partner for what they bring to the table, basically. Seeing them for their best qualities, their greatest strengths, not their weaknesses. I'm getting a strong tingle on that. Now, because the moon is in the position of your attitude, it may be you that's got the deception going on. It may be you that's hiding something. It may be you that's, wanting to cheat with this third party. It may not be your partner, but this is causing your relationship stress and your career. I want to say issues in your career. Confusion about where to go is also blocking you from actual prosperity, from blocking you from money, blocking you from, I feel like it's linking up with your partner. There's something going on where it's limiting you and your partner. in a way, you are right now, you are blocking your blessings. Whether that's you cheating, that's that because you're cheating on your partner, or because you were kind of in a deep funk and you don't know what to do about your career, and you're going, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And you're just confused. And if you are lying to your partner about your cheating or situation, that's blocking your blessings as well. So what does it mean by blessing being blocked? Because a lot of times, people always ask me, what does that mean? They don't understand. They say, well, I'm not, sometimes people say, well, I'm not sleeping with the person. So that's not, you can be having an emotional affair and having your blessings be blocked, okay? Because the universe sees that you're going down the wrong road. And that's exactly what's happening here. You are literally, she has gone down the wrong path, and she has made her way into this fairy circle. And if she stays there too much longer, the fairies will lull her into a sleep, and she'll fall asleep in a field of poison mushrooms and die. And so it's kind of just like, you don't want to get to that point. It's just like, I know it sounds drastic, and I'm not saying you're going to die here, Leo. I'm just saying that the story here is that you're going down the wrong road. You're going down the wrong path. So you need to really change your direction. It's funny because you've got the Death card and the Moon card. The Death card is switching directions. The Death card is change. You need to change your direction in order for you to be able to cha-ching into the Ace of Pentacles, in order for you to tap into that financial well-being that you really want and need. Let me see what else. Let me flip another card here. Hang on. And I feel like it is really possible for you to tap into and to turn things around. All you need to do is go out there and go get them, because you have the fire to do it. You just have to be proactive. You just have to go out. You have to sing. You have to dance. You have to be joyful. You have to, in a way, stop being in the funk. Pull yourself out of the funk and say, it's like a tiger by the tail. You got to pull yourself out by the tail and, out of your funk, and sort of kind of rethink some things, and, put your cape on and your helmet and go out there and have fun. It's easy, especially if you're unemployed, to get stuck in, well, what am I going to do for money, and then be stuck there 24/7. You have to, work on either finding a job or creating more financial prosperity for you some way, somehow, but only doing it like 5 days a week, and then the weekends you take off. Or you work, your weekends on it, and then you take a couple of days off during the week. You have to create that space in your life where you are not worried about your career, where you're not worried about your finances, because that will block your blessings. I feel primarily, though, these blessings, the financial aspect to this reading is blocked because there's cheating going on, because there is some kind of deception going on, outside of your marriage or partnership, and that's blocking your blessings. Sexuality has something to do with it, okay? And I don't know why I'm getting this, but I am. Some of you, especially Leo females, I feel like you're very strongly sensual beings, and you need to have sex. Either your partner's not giving it to you, or it's not good, or there's something going on with it which is not making you happy, okay? So you need to break up with your partner, number one, okay? Second, number two, you need to go out there and live your life and be happy and spread your joy in the world, because we need Leos out there to shine their light, okay? And number three, you need to work on building up your confidence, and putting your best face forward out there into the world, in your career, okay, and having confidence that you're going to be successful, okay? Don't worry so much, and number four, about your finances, because I feel like your finances are going to be fine. You just have to be focused on finding something else. You know that you will. Don't get down in the dumps and start thinking that it won't happen and what if it doesn't and blah blah blah. No, if you do that, you will be blocked from it, and so I don't like to see that. And then some of you are questioning your sexuality altogether. Like some of you are really bisexual and or gay, and you don't really know how to go about either coming out of the closet, admitting it to yourself, admitting it to others. There's something going on here with sexuality. I feel like Leo guys, you may be dealing with a Scorpio female, you may be dealing with an Aries female, you may be dealing with Aquarius female. There's a lot of females going on here. There may, again, to me, it's a love triangle, okay, where there's 3 women or more, okay. And I feel like you're in a relationship or have been in a relationship, okay. You may have broken it off, but I feel like it's still kind of remaining. It's sort of there in the background. So maybe you're kind of wondering, should I go back? You're confused. Should I go back? Who should I be with? Who am I supposed to be with? All these things. It's interesting because I think about relationships and all the time. And it's almost like you only second guess yourself when you're afraid to be alone. If you really look at, in your mind who is the guy for you. You know who you're thinking about right now, that's the guy for you, okay? The other guy or the other guys, or for that matter, the other girls, if you're a Leo male, the other girls, they're not. Second guessing yourself is only going to create confusion. It's almost like when you kiss somebody, you just know if they're right or if they're not. There's that song. It's in his kiss. I don't know how it's go. I forget who sings that song. I'm gonna have to post that, okay, for you, Leo. It's a song, but yeah, you just know. You already know. You already know if it's gonna work, if it's not gonna work. You just don't want to be alone. You don't want to either admit that it's not the right person for you, or you're worried that you're gonna not find the right person. You need to let all that. You need to let all that go. If your marriage is over, it's over. It's done. Okay. Don't hang on to a marriage if there's already cheating going on and you just got married. It's not going to work. If you've been married for a while and there's cheating going on, it's time for a change. It's time for a change anyways. So that's kind of how I see it. So back to the sexuality thing. This card is really calling my attention. You got the 7 of Pentacles. And to me, this is a card about sexuality, sensuality. Okay, it's also a card about needing to become a vegetarian or kind of go off meat for a while. It's also about waiting for the harvest, plucking the fruit when things are ripe, timing, being patient, not, being impatient for things to happen. But the sexuality aspect of it is very strongly, I think, everybody needs to understand that we are really all bisexual. It's just a matter of a percentage. So if you're at a point where you think you might want to be with guys, you don't have to prove to the world that you don't like women. I mean, if you're a guy and you like women, you like having sex with women, that's okay. And you don't have to stop sleeping with women just because you want to sleep with a guy. But you have to be honest with yourself and accept yourself that this is something that you want, and you shouldn't deny yourself this, but be honest and open with everybody else. And not even saying you have to come out of the closet, but just the people that you're sleeping with or the people that are closest to you, so they understand and they can be there for you with what you're going through, and so they can be accepting. It's very interesting, when I lived on the East Coast, and I told people, kind of about what I was doing with the tarot and stuff, they weren't really accepting. But I moved here, and it was like everybody, since I've moved here, totally gets it, totally is into it. And I've never felt more really welcomed into a community ever in my life. So you might find, and I don't know why my guides are showing that to me, I don't know why I'm sharing that, but that you might find that the people that you open up to about your sexuality will really understand and respect you more for being open about it than not. So if you're a girl and you have the hots for a girl, but you've always slept with guys, don't deny yourself the fact, don't deny the fact that, accept the fact for yourself that you like women. Doesn't mean you have to ever sleep with a woman. It just means you're accepting the fact that that's something inside yourself that you are interested in, and that's it. You don't have to ever sleep with a woman. You don't have to ever or ever sleep with a guy again, for that matter. It's your choice what you want to do. I feel like in our culture, it's all about, picking a side, or labeling ourselves. But you don't really have to. I don't see it that way anyways. So, Leo, it's very important for you, especially I feel this is for Cancer. Did I say Cancer guys? For Leo guys that may have Cancer in their chart, okay? So keep that in mind. I don't know why I said that, but, if you're a Leo, if you're in a relationship with a Cancer Leo, this is specifically for you as well. So you need to, because I feel like guys have it a little bit harder because I think our culture really wants to immediately label them as gay if they want to be with males, or if they think about being with males. It's really about accepting your sexuality as for what it is, and really coming to terms with it, and not letting anybody judge you, and just really accepting yourself. That's it, and you'll be surprised. Who's going to accept you and who's not going to accept you, and you're not living in the right place if your entire community doesn't accept you. You need to move to a different community, basically. Go where there's birds of a feather flock together kind of thing. So something to think about. Some of you need to go to California. Okay, that's kind of how my feeling, but. Or just a place that's just that's more open-minded, that's more laid back to the whole, gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender community. That's kind of what I'm feeling anyways. So, I'm going to pull a final card. I pulled 3 cards, actually, because I don't like to leave off on a negative note. You got the Devil card, you got the Tower card, and you got this Chariot card. Now, this is 3 more major arcana cards for you, Leo, okay? So, divorce, breakup, we've already talked about that. That's happening, you feeling stuck in a relationship or being tempted to venture outside of your relationship and have another relationship with somebody else. The Chariot is, I guess, what I want to leave off on as being really good news and really good success. Okay, this is absolute success. So I want you to, and it's funny because it's a lot of times this is a Cancer or Aquarius. I see it's a Cancer or Aquarius, sometimes even Scorpio female again. So for those ladies who have that in their chart, this is you, okay? For those guys who are dating this person, this is you. But this is things happening, moving quickly. These are lessons. The Chariot is winning. The Chariot is coming out on top. The Chariot is being persistent. The Chariot is taking the reins and outrunning your opponent. It's a race to the finish that you're going to win, okay? So make sure that you're, don't let your confidence waver. You will be successful. You will go out there and you will win. And you need to have that mentality, no matter what. also, this is really good for sports, for those of you who are really into sports. Good time for that. Anyways, I'm going to leave off of there. Thank you so much for messaging me, emailing me. Feel free to email me if you'd like a private reading. Again, it's elizabetholson31@gmail.com. And I send you big hugs, because it's... And I will be back again for August, so stay tuned for more. And thanks again for Google Plusing and subscribing and all that stuff. I really appreciate it. So, all right, take care.